okay? It took me a while before I can even actually move forward with things, because if I don't understand it and if it doesn't make sense to me, I'm not going to do it. Of course, you know, when you come in, we do a lot of things out of emotions, and you become part of this bubble of illusion. And this is how I say it respectfully, guys, okay? I'm not calling, no. This is me. This is my personal, humble opinion, okay? You have to understand what you are doing, because one of the things that you will be asked is, and I'm saying this because I have had in one-on-one with the IRS agent, okay? So the very first thing that they're going to ask you, where are those credits coming from? And you have to be able to elaborate clearly, okay? And if you cannot elaborate where those credits are coming from, then you don't have the standings. Now, when it comes to the ABV process, I'm pretty sure, and I hope that each and everyone engaging in these processes have a clear understanding where the credits are coming from, and that is the path of less resistance for everyone to get remedy in a timely manner. If you submit your documents, your filings clear in the proper way, believe me, the IRS is the one that benefit the most when your file goes through. Make sure you understand what I'm saying right now. Okay, you get paid, they are getting paid, but they will not process a file, okay, that doesn't have the proper standings to be approved by the system. So that being said, think about this. Why people that file their taxes on 2024 January are still dealing with the IRS unable to have the return in their bank account? My advice to each and everyone, I hope people get this message. Go and reassess. Go and see what needs to be corrected. Go and see if you need to zero out or cancel stuff that you got on your transcripts or things that you did. After I spoke to the IRS, I'm going to tell you this, guys. The ESMV filing that everybody run with that information, it has become a liability. And I hate to say this here, but it needed to be said. And that those, see, people that did the, you know, for those of us that did the ESSMBs, one thing that I wish I know is how to cancel those, because they're sitting in our transcripts. And one thing I want you guys to know, that everything that is sitting in our transcripts, they can see. For those of us that also did this CP 575 for millions and millions of dollars, or got gifted an INT for millions of dollars, but there is no standings of where those credits came from, it's a liability. So that being said, guys, this is for educational purposes only, okay? Go and review. If you have things in your transcripts that you created because you were in the heat of the moment, like we all were, okay? Reality right now needs to be checked and correct the record. Reach out if you did a CP 575, okay? If you have an A sitting, if you have, if you file an A on your CP 575 and that is sitting on your transcripts, reach out to the people with love, respect, and gratitude, because I'm pretty sure, guys, that nobody did this on purpose to harm anybody. Okay? We were all on this running with the flow. But that needs to be corrected, because that right there is hurting your 1040 filing for you to claim the ABVs, guys. And I'm saying this from a place of love, guys, okay? That's the reason why I have been attending recoupers, looking forward every other week to be part of it. Because this information is coming after I had a very intense conversation with the IRS, guys. And I'm very grateful for that woman, okay? We need to remove the liability that was created in our transcripts. That's not going to go away. But if you zero that out, if you request them to zero out the CP 575, the aid that was created for millions and millions of dollars, okay? That's not going to be removed, but ask them to zero it out. Zero that out and to send them a letter. Send them a letter correcting the record so you can keep it on your file, guys. Because, see, we are here doing something and we want to look competent. We don't look competent the way we were performing. We look like a whole bunch of savage that did not know what we were doing, and that's how we were treated. Respectfully. Because we were running with the information that we were finding along the pathway that we were running, because everybody is hurting financially, guys. And that is acceptable. But it's also acceptable to take a minute to reassess the situation and why people is not getting their refunds. And I'm going to add this over here, respectfully, for those that are getting ahead with one process, 2 or 3. But when you look at the numbers in Recouper, okay, it's close. If lately I haven't seen them, but it's past the 10,000. Okay, let's say that a lot of people got their refund. The numbers, the ratio doesn't add up, guys. Is to the best interest for the IRS for the process to get through, guys, because they're getting the share of the of the funds. Your file goes through, you get your 24%, and the IRS gets the rest. They want to work those files, okay? If you file for your 1099 A and Bs, okay? If you're claiming your credits, reassess the information and how you completed those filings. That's all I have to say. Correct the record. Zero out your CP 575, the A that it was created. Do what needs to be done so you guys can get your refunds. That's it. I just want everybody to win. We have the tools, guys, to get those funds in our bank accounts. Make sure that you have your trust bank account to get the funds, not your personal accounts. You know, there are very small little details that a lot of people did not take in consideration. And nobody, I'm going to say this and I cannot address this enough. I don't think anybody did anything on purpose to harm anybody. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being played, and always being in survival mode, no matter how hard you work. And when we see the light where we can get remedy, we're going to run with that information. We all did. But it's time for us to hit the freaking brakes and reassess. Come on now. Let's reassess. Why isn't people, like I addressed this about 3 days ago to somebody very dear to me. And only one scenario was brought up to me. Oh, but this person got there. That is just one. And don't tell me that people are keeping their mouth shut, not sharing their wins. Because one of the things that I know about this community is that we want all of us to win. We share everything with everybody in Recoupers. So I know that when somebody wins, they post it here. They don't run and hide, guys, because you know what? Our community wants remedy for everybody. The only thing is that we were sharing information without having proof of concept. And that it's okay. It's acceptable. But now it's time to take a deep breath and reassess the situation and correct the Record family, okay? And this is coming from a place of love, from somebody that has been in I'm telling you guys, 16 years of my life, I have been advocating for the housing community, for the underserved community, and for the homeless community. So to me, this is personal. To me, being able to finally get the processes that are sticking and giving people the remedy that they need and deserve, that belongs to them, that's what wakes me up in the middle of the night. And it bothers me. It doesn't give me peace. My spirit, it's anxious to find that process that sticks and gets people remedy. And like I said, one of the things that I want to address is all the people that filed their taxes for 2024 early in the year that haven't received their funds, that they are stuck. Did I file Did I file CP 575, the A, for the millions and millions of dollars? Did I claim the $250 for the ESSMB? And if you did, correct the freaking and just leave your peace. Okay? That is coming, guys, from a place of love, gratitude for the people that have brought the light into my life when it comes to this process. I wanted to thank Queen, Glory, Pierre, Elaine, and many others. It's a master group of minds that are working tremendously to make sure we get to the final line so we can bring it to the community, because we are sick and tired of being sick and tired, guys. Okay? And I need to bring this, and we're being attacked. We're being attacked because we have chosen to pull ourselves away. Oh, and Patricia, okay? And many others, guys. We are working so hard. Because we find, after talking with the IRS guys, it was a divine moment. And we needed, and when we reach out to the people, to the leaders who were doing those processes, we got attacked. I don't mean no harm. I just want the record to be corrected, because if you cannot prove, if you don't have a tracking record where those credits are coming from, you are not in good standings. Everybody can prove where your ABBs, your bank deposits, and your credit card payments are coming from. Those credits, they belong to you. But if you are filing in your taxes and claiming the 250 for the ESSB, I'm not saying that that's not legit. What I'm saying is, do you have the standings? Do you have the knowledge to fight it and debate it with the IRS? Or to actually go there and have an argument with the IRS defending those funds. And don't tell me, well, a lot of people got it. Bring them to me. Bring me at least 30% of recoupers, 30% of recoupers that filed the ESSMB that have gotten the return. I'm telling you, the ESSMBs right now is a liability for those that have filed the 1040 filing. Okay? Your account is being assessed. Correct the record. Just go correct the record. With love and gratitude, correct the record. Work on your your AMBs. That's it. That's it. I'm not saying, and I'm going to say this again, I'm not saying that there are ways for you to claim the ESSMB. But do you have the standings to do it and how to go about it? Believe it or not, I know I don't. And I know that those people that haven't got their refunds don't neither.
So what does it mean to
Thank
be
you very
have
much
standing?
for that advice. I am new to this, so I am not going to say I know anything. And I was wondering, where can I get information that's more structured so I can understand exactly how to file those returns?
And what does it mean to be in good standing? Obviously, a lot of us have done some of these processes, but what does it mean? This question, I suppose, is to MAM Inc. So you talked about the CP 575 and you talked about the EXMD. So, in your opinion,
Whoever is talking, can you put your volume up?
I think I got him. Could you repeat what you asked?
yeah. So I asked. You mentioned you have to be in good standing, and that we're talking about. So the kind of processes that you mentioned is the CP 575, and then you mentioned the ESV filing. So when a lot of us have done these processes, so what does it mean to be in good standing to enable these processes to potentially go through? So does it mean that we need to say that we are, I don't know, that we have taken over our estate, or is there any examples that you can give us?
Well, it's very simple. To be in good standings when it comes to your ESSMBs, hold on one second, because I was having a hard time hearing you. So let me put my headphones. Give me a second, guys, please. Let me connect my Bluetooth to make sure. 1 second.
Yeah, MaaM has an amazing microphone. That's how we can hear the traffic so well.
I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me move from here. Hold on 1 second. Let me move from here.
I don't mind. It helps distract me from the cold wilderness I live in.
I apologize. I was outside, guys. I had to step outside. Okay. So in good standings is, I'm going to ask you something. Let's say you did your CP 575, right? So please explain to me where those credits are coming from your CP5 from your CP575?
Okay, so I haven't necessarily done it just yet, but I'm looking at some of the processes that I've seen online. So, so the process that I saw is that they have bonded the $1 note to the CP575 to create I think it's the $10 billion dollar credit to fund the entity.
Okay.
That's from what I've been like reading. Yeah, and so with that process, what I've read is that what the instruction reads is that once that's bonded, that is credited to your EIN, and then what the process also says is that in order to see it on your SSN ID.me, you do an A for the acquisition to happen, and then once that is done, you put in a 1099 OID, which you claim, I believe, 24% of it. This is just what I'm reading, so I'm just trying to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your perspective
Okay.
and what
Okay.
you. Yeah.
But that's what you did. But
No,
where
that's
did
that's
you?
that's what I've read. That's what I've read. So.
Okay. Okay. Yes. But see, the thing about it is,
Mm,
what did you bonded? But remember, you have a master file, right?
mm,
And in your master file, they have the different processes, I will say, or transactions that have created interest, right? So where did you link whatever they're saying? You have to be specific on where those credits that you are claiming. Let's say this that you read, right? They did
yeah.
this whole process, but you have to be able to be specific on from where are those credits coming from. And I'm going to give you a golden nugget right here. Okay. And when I first came to Recoupers, not Recoupers, but this whole credits processes back in 2022, I jumped in because I was invited to do home equity reconversion. And the very first thing that you need to acquire in order for you to be able to claim your credits from your mortgage note, you have to be able to track your QSIP number. Okay? With your QSIP number, you know that your mortgage note was monetized. Any other document that is required because of the standards, legal standards for the process, it's not as relevant as the QSIP, because the QSIP is the proof. That's the only proof that you need that you are showing them that you are fully aware that they have been monetizing your mortgage note. I'm just using my example because this is my background, okay? So right there and then you have all the standing grounds. I have all the standing grounds to go and claim everything that my mortgage note has generated. Okay? That is a standing. That is something that will, when faced with the IRS, I have all the knowledge to give them my standings, where I'm coming from, where my credits are coming from, if that clear your question. I just used a very specific scenario because that's how this works. See, like I said, I'm not saying that there are people out there doing it. Kudos to them. But here, for the people that is coming into recoupers, okay, doing this process, understand that you at one point are going to be presented with questions, and you need to be able to answer those questions. And one of the very specific questions that I want everybody to keep in mind is, you have to show them where those credits are coming from.
Okay. So my assumption is that my assumption is that the credits will be coming from, say, for example, you do the CP 575 for a trust, right? And for, let's say it's a foreign trust, and then, or domestic trust, and then you would do the acquisition on your SSN, which is where the credits will be coming from. So you do it against the trust and your SSN.
Have you funded your trust?
No. This is like from the notes that I've been reading. So I was just trying to.
Well, I'm going to tell you something here, and I'm going to disclose very personal, my very personal experience. Okay?
Yeah, please.
See, if you haven't done it, keep on doing more study where the credits are coming from. Okay, I had a one-on-one with the IRS in regards of the funding that I did on my trust because of what you're talking about. Okay, I did. The reason why I'm addressing the issue of the CP 575 and the aid that it was filed on the 9.6 million that I was claiming on my filing on the trust, everything that you're doing, I'm grateful that the IRS agent saw grace in me and took the time to educate me and took it upon herself to bring the light and share the knowledge that I needed to understand before my file was transferred to the fraud department. Okay? So be careful, guys. Be careful what you guys are doing. It's not fun to be put in a place where you know that you are being investigated. Okay? I'm very grateful because of all the knowledge that that individual shared with me, and that gave me and empowered me to voice what I have been voicing in the past, I believe, 3 Saturdays, if I'm not mistaken, Stephen. It's important, people. It's important, people, that, and I have been attacked. I have been attacked like you guys have no idea, because I had never say what I just said about me, my personal experience and how I got all this information. Okay? And it's sad to see members here that when you bring knowledge to the community to try to help people from getting in harm ways, by trying to correct the record and you're being attacked, it's sad, guys. I had people attacking me, not knowing where I'm coming from. All I need is, I don't even need to be here. I can just keep on working on my things happy because I know what I know now, right? And I'm super happy because what this agent shared with me has helped me correct my record. And I know I'm in a good place now. I don't need to be here. But it's, like I said, I have been in this journey for 16 years. So I work with the community. So I'm used to this. I'm used to being attacked, but I never expect people to come into my DM or when I post a comment to try to bring clarity to people that I see that I'm reaching out to those who have caused harm. It's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to say, well, this is what I think. Fine, that's how you think, keep it moving. But this is what I know with facts. These are facts that I'm bringing to the table, okay? Personal experience. And like I said, records need to be corrected. So if you, I'm not saying that it cannot be done. Go ahead and do it. But think about it, guys. Just think about it. Like this is what she told me. Where are these millions of dollars coming from? Well, my master file and, you know, all the mumbo jumbo, right, that is being said here. Because let me tell you something here. And this goes for the leaders that are here promoting all these processes and monetizing these processes, okay? Understand that it's very easy to be here behind your computer, your iPad, or your phone, creating scenarios, and it's a whole different thing when you are talking to somebody from the IRS. Let that sink in. And for those that are paying fees to get this information, how to create an EIN number, your CAF number, all that stuff you can have access in YouTube or here in Recoupers, guys. This is your life. This is your baby. This is your baby. Treat it with care, protect it, and be wise. Build discernment and think that if there is people here monetizing these processes and they haven't got any results themselves, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, guys. Once you get your process completed and you get funds in your bank account, that means that you had no issues with your filings. Take off running and charge whatever you want to charge. Be kind with our community and share the information And that's fine. Monetize the shit out of it if you like. Because what you are sharing has proof of concept. But if you're just going to be flashing income tax filings for years and years where you haven't gotten any positive result, come on now.
Is there a point that's listening to a specific situation you're talking about?
I'm speaking, whoever it is talking right now. So
It's indigenous.
My point here is be wise, people. Be wise, and I'm speaking in general. In general, be wise and make sure that those that are teaching and charging you to teach you to do the process that are here in Recooper have gotten their process through the IRS and have gotten their funds in their bank account. That should be a normal standard. That should be a normal standard. Why? Because you're going to be put in harm's ways. You will be put in harm's ways because if they have been doing this and they haven't gotten their deposits, their returns in their bank account, it's because something is not right with their filings. It's that simple. It's that simple. And I'm not here to debate anybody. That is my personal opinion as I walk through this path and I have learned and I have got my personal experience, and that's what I'm sharing. I'm not here to debate with anybody else. If you disagree, keep it to yourself. I'm not here to debate with anybody. I'm here to make it a statement, answer questions in a way that will benefit you, meaning you, those that want to hear it and are ready to hear it and are ready to do the process the proper way to get your refund.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So, for example, you're the CP5. So I have done that CP575 process where, so I have a CP575 coming from the sole prop that I created. I submitted a 1099A on Iris, and so now my transcript is reflecting the I think it's like 2.147 billion on the transcript, and I got stuck with, okay, now what do I want to do? This whole process was done because I am actually trying to finish or do my 1040 for 2024. And, it's not like I don't want to make billions or get millions or whatever. I would love to have a 1040 that I don't have to just pay taxes. But I'm like, what do you mean by, did you fund I think you said those words, did you fund your account? Is that what you said?
No, your trust.
Your trust. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Aiko.
Yes.
This is what I did. This is what I was told
from the IRS agent, okay, to do, okay?
Okay.
You need to go and zero out whatever it is that you did. Because see, you have to prove where those credits are coming from. See, we're not trying to create animosity with the IRS. We're not, how can I say this? What we want, our main goal should be have access to our credits, right? And the path of less resistance for the, I will say, for the, to start up the process, okay? Let's say to start up the process, because see, we all came together with the Kia process and are non-decedent. Just stick for now until you get the knowledge. And like I said, I'm not saying that it's not doable, guys. And I know a lot of people have different opinions, and I respect that. And I said it from the beginning. If you have the standings, if you have the knowledge to move at that level, go ahead and do it. But if you're going to be here asking like you, respectfully, sis, do not take this wrong, okay, at all. I'm talking from a place of love and gratitude and respect. But see, if you are here asking how to move forward with the filing that you did, you have no business doing it. And that was my situation. I had no business doing something that I didn't have no standings. And how do we fix that? Correct the record. We're not pointing fingers because we are all adults. We are here for one purpose, and that is to bring remedy to ourselves, our families, and live our life. Because we have been, our blue card person has been monetized. There are interests in our master files that are sitting, and it's right there. But like I said, just start with claiming your credits from your bank accounts and your credit card payments. That's it. I'm sorry, credit card payments and bank accounts deposits. Do your ABBs and just try to get funds into your account. And then acquire all the knowledge from those that have been successful in getting all those billions of dollars in their bank account. Follow them, ask them for guidance and how they did it, and if you have to pay them, because now that you have gotten results from your 1040 filing and you got the credits from your ABBs, now you have funds, go pay somebody to guide you through it. You know, find the ones that have been successful doing those processes that are high level. That's how I call them, that I myself had no business doing because I did not have the knowledge at that time. I did not have the knowledge that I have now to be messing with millions of dollars that I had no standings. And the IRS agent was so kind that she explained to me how to build the credits. But I'm going to leave that for another time. Okay?
Understood. I appreciate.
And so, my pleasure, my pleasure. So if anybody wants to come here and debate me, I'm not here to debate anybody, okay? I'm just here. I'm just
Thank you for
here
clearing.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, MAM Inc. I
Okay.
appreciate your feedback on
You're welcome.
to be in good standing. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, man.
Peace, families. This
You're
is
very welcome.
Indigenous from Peace God We Trust. How you doing, ma'am?
Brother,
Um,
amazing.
Yes, yes. Always a pleasure to hear your voice. Um,
Thank you.
there's definitely no debating. There's nothing you have mentioned that's irregular or wrong. I would give advice to anyone that's being guided by an individual. Please do your own research, regardless
Hold
of
on one
who
second.
teaches you.
Hold on one second.
don't interrupt
Hold
me.
on one second, Indigenous. Yeah, but when you came in, you say, are you talking about a specific person?
No,
So I feel like, you're
I'm
coming
talking
in with
about
an
a
energy
Pacific.
that is, I just felt that you
I'm
were
not
coming
talking
here.
about a specific person. You're not listening. You need to let me
Yo,
finish
I
first, because
felt
you're
I
assuming
felt
I'm
that
talking.
you came here with an energy that kind of disrupt the energy that was already in the group.
You
So
never
just
let me
take a deep
finish just now.
breath,
The energy will change if you let me finish. You have no idea what I'm
respectfully.
about to say at all. And you have to let me finish, Miss Ma'am. Like we just let you finish. It's only proper. I'm not speaking about a specific situation. Maybe that's what you're thinking about. I'm telling people, period. No matter who is guiding your knowledge, rather if you're ready to file or not, do your research on everything that's being taught to you. That goes with anyone, anybody, even on YouTube. Do your research on a YouTube video you look at, even an IRS agent. IRS agent's not going to lie to you, but do your research on what she's talking about. It gives you more knowledge of what you're about to do, or what world you're about to enter. You have to have a full understanding and understanding on what you're doing. So yes, there is a trial and error on what we do because there's no classes on teaching you how to properly do it. And in most cases, when you call the IRS agent, you got to make sure you call the right one because they all don't know what they're doing. They're in different sections. They don't know everything. So you're right. If you pay your money for someone to teach you, make sure they have proven remedy, not just someone that just, it sounds good. So I agree to you. I agree, ma'am, on everything you just said. Because after what's being taught to you, you're supposed to do your own research. And that's what you did. You called the IRS agent and you got the right answer. I will give that advice to everyone. Do your own research, regardless if you feel that is right or not, regardless of who's teaching you this. Do your own research.
I don't think it's ma'am. No. Ma'am, is that you? Am I getting feedback from your mic?
No. I opened my mic because I wanted to say, let me make sure it's clear that I never said that you can't. As long as you have the standings to do it, go for it. Go and do your research on those who have already completed those processes and got their millions of dollars, and get educated, get the education that is required to do those processes.
Right.
I want
Yeah,
to
because
make sure, guys, that that my word and my message is delivered clear, that is clarity. Okay? Those
because
credits
this is totally
belong.
true.
Yes, all those credits belong to us. But
Yeah, and
you have
we
to
share a
know.
mutual group. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not, but we share a mutual group. And what MaaM says and what Indigenous have said, they're both right. If you have proper standing, and even if you have the proper comprehension and competency, but you lack to know exactly where to go to accomplish a particular task, they can still help, right? Because that's their job. But all of the things can be done with the proper standing, including bankrupting an entire country. If you have proper standing, you can do it if you know what you're doing and if you have the right access to do it. So it's like, don't be discouraged. Do your own research. Follow the people who know and have accomplished the things that you want to do.
Exactly. And get all the knowledge. So when you will see, the thing with me, I wasn't intimidated because I asked her, well, then how can you help me? How can you be of help to me so I can claim my trust funding? So how can I go about it? And she was very knowledgeable, and I got the information. But see, right now, and even though, let me clear this, even though I have my CUSIPs from my mortgages, and I have millions on those CUSIPs, okay? But right now, because of all the CP 575 that I claim and are on my transcripts, I need to clear my transcripts, zero everything out, make sure that it's everything is being corrected before I bring my CUSIPs in. So I know what I'm talking about in terms of how I want to go about my own process. And when I see people asking questions about mostly the CP 575, you need to go and connect with those who have done it, but have done it and got results, because hundreds of people did it. But you want to connect to the ones who got results. Even if you have to pay them, go for it. Get educated, because you will be asked questions that you want to be able to answer. And I want everyone to access all the credits that they deserve. But you have to have your proper standings, and you have to be able to elaborate and show competency when it comes to that amount of money, guys. We're talking about millions of dollars. I know somebody who was able to do their birth certificate. And I know all the heat that this individual went through when he was catching the very first negotiable instrument. And I know all about it, because they try to mess with your head. But he was prepared. He had the knowledge, and it still was intimidated. It's still, he told me that the reason why he did not ask for more than what he requested was because he was intimidated. Because when you are messing with millions of dollars, that is a whole different level that you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. We're not talking about $250,000 ESSMB. No, that is a whole different level. You need to be ready. You need to be ready. Respectfully, you need to be ready.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, it's something we hadn't talked about in a while because no one's asked about it, and I haven't reminded anyone of it. So it's going down this path. If you are not thinking about what the life of abundance is that you're searching for, you won't be prepared when it arrives. So if you haven't thought about what you're going to do with millions of dollars, you can just start. Because it's not just leave it in one bank, insurance issues, put it under your mattress, liability issues, buy all sorts of stuff that depreciate in value, out of money, same spot you're in now.
Oh,
So
you have to have
gotta have a plan.
a project.
Yeah.
No, one of the things that is required, guys, and this I knew from way back then because of the CEO of the association where I was a team leader. You do need a community project business plan. That right there is game change for anyone who wants to access millions of dollars. Okay? That's a golden nugget right there. You want to keep on going the route of your CP 575 work. If you don't have yet visualized or you don't have it in your agenda, try to work into bringing that into your agenda. A community project business plan that will put millions in your account. But you have to have it, very well elaborated. But I just have to share that with you guys. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. Absolutely. And that is the time